Are you new to parenthood? Do you want to save and invest in your child's future? In today's video, I will share with you everything you need to know about RESPs. So if you don't want your child to worry about working while in school so they can focus on their studies and graduate without student loan debt, then make sure you watch this video till the end. If you couldn't tell already, me and my partner just had a baby, Julian, born 7 pounds, 12 ounces. You may have noticed I haven't been posting new videos as frequently. I've been building my garage for my new studio, getting ready for the baby, and now I'm on parental leave. So don't expect a new video every week, but I'll try to at least get one video out per month. Well, because I got bills, I gotta pay. With that being said, let's get into the video. What is an RESP? RESP stands for Registered Education Savings Plan. This savings plan is actually an investment account. This investment account is registered with the CRA. The purpose of this account is to help you save and invest for a child's post-secondary education costs like tuition, books, school supplies, and living expenses like housing, food, and transportation costs while in school. Post-secondary education includes university, college, trade schools, and other educational programs. The assets you can hold in this account include cash, stocks, ETFs, bonds, GICs, and mutual funds. Using this type of account will give you benefits that a cash account or a piggy bank cannot provide. The RESP is a special account unique to Canada. The US has a similar account but isn't as good. RESPs can be usually opened with a financial advisor at a bank, credit union, or other financial institutions. This way is less hands-on, but will most likely cost you more in fees and be more restricting. The other option is to do it yourself. You can open an RESP account somewhere that provides self-directed investing or even passive investing. Examples of self-directed investing brokers would be TD Direct Investing, Questrade, and Wealthsimple Trade. Pros of using an online broker: open yourself online. Fees can be the cheapest option, custom your own portfolio for a possible higher return, and flexible and non-restricting. Cons: can be expensive, knowledge of investing required, and is a lot more hands-on. Examples of passive investing, aka robo-advisors, would be platforms like Wealthsimple Invest, CI Direct Investing, and Quest Wealth Portfolios. Pros: no knowledge of investing or the stock market needed. You can open an account online, you have a complete hands-off approach, and it isn't restricting. Cons: there's a management fee and you don't have complete customability of your portfolio. There's 3 types of RESPs: individual plans, family plans, and group plans. The individual plans is for a single child. This can be opened by anyone: parents, grandparents, other relatives, or friends. You can have as many RESPs as you want, just make sure you don't go over the maximum lifetime contribution limit of $50,000. If you do go over the contribution limit, there will be a penalty of 1% per month. The family plan is for 1 or more children. The family plan can only be opened by the parent, grandparent, uncle, or aunt. The children must be blood related or adopted. More children can be added to your plan as your family grows. The advantage of the family plan is being able to divide the funds depending on the children's needs. And the group plan is for 1 child that can be opened by anyone. In the group plan, the child's funds are pooled with other children and earnings are distributed according to the contributions. This type of plan has more fees, restrictions, and rules. I would be cautious when considering this type of plan and read all the rules and fine print. And if you signed up for free diaper samples and coupons, you may receive calls asking you to open an RESP for your child. Kindly say no thank you.
Stay away from my family.
Do as much research as possible before opening any RESP and consider a few options before choosing one. So who is an RESP for? To be a beneficiary of an RESP, you need to be a Canadian resident and have a social insurance number. So you can open up an RESP as soon as you have one. Usually an RESP is for children, your own children, a sibling's child, or a friend's child. But RESPs can also be for adults too, including yourself. A plan can stay open for 36 years from the day you created the account, but you can only make contributions for 31 years after you first open it. The con with opening an RESP for an adult is that you will miss out on the government grants, as they stop before the beneficiary reaches 18. For a family plan, the beneficiary must be under the age of 21, and contributions must stop by the 31st birthday or 31 years after the plan was created. Now, before we get into the benefits of the RESP, can I get you to hit the like button? Doing so will help me afford clean diapers. And also share this video on social media. Doing so will increase your chances of a family member or friend opening an RESP for your child. The The RESP has two big benefits. The first benefit is that contributions to an RESP can grow tax-free as long as they stay in the plan. Taxes only need to be paid when the student withdraws the capital gain and government contribution portion. And since the student's income is generally low or non-existent, it's possible the student may not pay any taxes at all. The original $50K max contribution can be either given to the subscriber, the person who created the RESP, or given to the beneficiary, the child. Either way, the original contribution is not taxed. This benefit can save you thousands of dollars in taxes. In a non-registered account, 50% of capital gains are taxable and will be added to your income. But in an RESP, you'll be safe from the tax man. The second benefit of the RESP is the government grants. This grant is the Canada Education Savings Grant. The government will match 20% of any RESP contributions up to $2,500 per year per child. So you can receive a total of $500 per year per child for a lifetime total of $7,200. So essentially, it's free money from the government. If you happen to only contribute $3,600, you would get a guaranteed 20% return with the grants. Just make sure you don't contribute it all in one year because it's only $500 in grants per year. So spread out the contributions to max out the grants. And if you happen to miss the contributions for 1 year, you can catch up the following year. For example, if you didn't get the grants last year, you can receive $1,000 in grants the following year if you contribute at least $5,000. This can only be done for one previous year at a time. Also, there are additional grants like the Canada Learning Bond, provincial grants depending on your province, and if you're a low-income family. Depending on your household income, you may receive $600 or $550 per year in grants. Although you get more per year, you still can only receive a total maximum of $7,200 per child. Another benefit of the RESP or investment accounts in general is that you can buy assets within the account. If you instead put your child's savings in a savings account or a piggy bank, this money will earn little to no interest and actually will lose value and be worth less. Think about it. 18 years from now, the cost of tuition, housing, gas, groceries, and pretty much everything will cost a lot more than it does now. So this is why it's important to invest instead of save. And with compound interest and time on your side, you'll have no trouble growing the money in your account. When it comes time to withdraw the funds, there's a few rules to consider and a withdrawal strategy to go by. Funds in the account fall into two categories. The first category is just the subscriber's contributions, and the other category is the government grants and the interest or capital gains earned from investing. The subscriber's contributions belong to the subscriber, so the contributions are more flexible. It can be given directly to the beneficiary, it's not taxable, and withdrawals are unlimited. Just be aware that if you withdraw the contributions before the child starts post-secondary school, the grants will be lost. And as for the grants and capital gains, this is considered educational assistance payments or EAPs. These funds only belong to the student and are considered taxable. There's a maximum of $5,000 that can be withdrawn for the first 13 weeks of school. After that, any reasonable amount may be withdrawn. As for a strategy, this will be different on a case-to-case basis. But ideally, you'll want to spend the government grants and capital gains before using any of the contributions, avoid paying more taxes, avoid needing to give back the grant money, and avoid paying the 20% withdrawal penalty on capital gains. Now for the biggest question, what happens if the child doesn't go to post-secondary school? There's 4 options here. 1, wait. Since the RESP can be open for 36 years, the child may change their mind when they get a little bit older. Benefit to this, the RESP has more time to grow and compound. Also, a mature student has more time to grow up and think about education. Option 2, transfer the RESP to a sibling. This can be done without any consequences. But if the sibling is over the age of 21, you may have to pay taxes and forfeit the grants. Option 3, transfer the RESP to your r.e.s.p. You can transfer up to $50,000 tax-free from the RESP to your r.e.s.p. Now this is the capital gains portion. Remember, the contributions are non-taxable. If you don't have enough contribution room for the full $50K, whatever is left over will be taxed plus an additional 20% withdrawal penalty, and the grants will be returned to the government. And lastly, option 4, just close the RESP. This option will have the most consequences. The grants are forfeited and 50% of capital gains are taxed at your marginal tax rate plus the 20% withdrawal fee. Try all other options before considering this one. Okay, where should you open an RESP? That depends on your personal needs and preferences. Some people like overpaying financial advisors to recommend expensive mutual funds, and others like those scammy group RESPs that if you miss one payment, you lose everything. But personally, I chose to open Julian's RESP with Wealthsimple Invest. It's the easiest to open. All you need is the child's social insurance number. It has low to no maintenance because it's a robo-advisor, no trading fees or sign-up fees, just a 0.5% management fee, and it has proven returns. Also, no need to pick your own stocks. All you need to do is sign up online, answer a few questions, choose a recommended portfolio, and deposit money. You can deposit any amount of money you wish at any time, or you can make it completely passive and set up automatic contributions. If you set up to make an automatic contribution of $49 every week, you'll reach the $2,500 in a year, which is the minimum amount needed to earn the maximum grant money of $500. Just make sure in your first year you add the extra amount to add up to $2,500. Do this from birth till the child reaches 18 and you'll have close to $100,000, assuming a rate of return of 6%, which is very reasonable. If you didn't invest and have the grants, you wouldn't have half of this money. And speaking of the grants, Wealthsimple will apply for the government grants on your behalf. Another reason I chose Wealthsimple is to simplify my investing portfolio. In my own TFSA, I do pick individual stocks, which does require some of my time. So with Julian's r.e.s.p, I can just set it and forget it. Plus, picking your own stocks can be less diversified and more risky. If Wealthsimple Invest sounds like something you're interested in, sign up using my link in the video description below and earn yourself a $50 bonus when you make an initial deposit of $500 or more. If you want to learn more before you pull the trigger, you can check out my review on Wealthsimple Invest. Link also in the video description below. In conclusion, you're way better off having an r.e.s.p for your children than just having a savings account or any other investment account type. The tax-free capital gain growth and the government grants help your portfolio grow to more than the contributions. And like I already mentioned, inflation will devalue your money, so you need to grow it as much as possible. Having these funds for your children's post-secondary education can really make a difference. When I went to college, I had to work 2 jobs to get by, so I was forced to choose a low study load program that didn't cost much, so I wouldn't get myself into too much student loan debt. But if I had a fully funded r.e.s.p, I could have chosen a program I really wanted and focused my time on my studies instead of working. So open and contribute to an r.e.s.p as soon as possible, because your children's future education can be the greatest investment of them all. If you have any other questions about r.e.s.ps or want to share your thoughts and experiences, let us know in the comment section below. If you want to continue learning, check out one of the videos on the right of the screen. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep making money moves. Peace. And Quest Wealth portfolios. Pros: no knowledge of investing.